Hi, I'm Dr. Dave Kohl, Professor Emeritus Agriculture Economics and Academic Hall of Famer from Virginia Tech. Today's theme is Dr. Kohl's Planning Playbook. The economic environment is chaotic and volatile. The economic environment is chaotic and volatility in extremes show no signs of abating. Currently, the agricultural economy has a split personality that causes human emotion to fluctuate widely. The grain and row crop sectors are in an extended downturn, experiencing suppressed prices, inflated costs, and stubbornly elevated interest rates. Meanwhile, livestock and value-added businesses, and specifically beef, are experiencing an economic cycle conducive to profits. Regardless of the enterprise or geographic location, geopolitical shifts, weather, trade fortunes, currency valuations, and societal drifts and consumer trends can alter outcomes in a New York minute. The key to managing these cycles is managing the controllables and managing around the uncontrollables. You must be focused and deliberate in your business and personality. You must be focused and deliberate in your business and personally, whether you're involved in a workout or refinance plan or a growth plan. This places a premium on business and life planning. However, I often see focus on executing a plan and monitoring the results to make timely adjustments the missing piece of the plan. What are the plays in my planning playbook that will position you for success regardless of the stage of your business or the cycle you and your business find yourselves in? First and foremost, you must establish your identity. Some may be in a survival mode, while others are in a growth mode, and some in a generational transition mode. What is your North Star and your core values of your business? Most importantly, each stakeholder should develop written goals, which less than 5% of Americans actually do. Within these goals, what are your business, family, and personal aspirations? For more balance, add your mental, physical, and spiritual goals. Putting your goals in writing provides the focus necessary in an environment where breaking news, originating from many channels, can quickly cause you to lose focus. Goals for those in the down cycle could be break even, minimizing losses, or drawing on working capital or equity. You need to know what is required to move forward. You need to know what is required to move toward profitability. Will it be an economic cycle change or management and business adjustments? Others in the growth and transition need a disciplined profit plan that will require building working capital reserves and managing your debt levels. Others in the growth and transition need a disciplined profit plan that will require building working capital reserves and managing your debt. Others in the growth and transition need a disciplined profit plan that will require building working capital reserves and managing your level of debt if you are expanding. Secondly, know your cost of production is not an option but a requirement. It's very important to calculate the cost of production for each enterprise as well. Third is break-even analysis. A successful former student indicated that he learned in my classes if you sell above break-even, then the odds of success will be in your favor. Step 4 is the development of a cash flow, at least on a quarterly basis, but better yet on a monthly basis, regardless of your revenue and cost streams. Next, step 5 is to utilize financial sensitivity testing on price, production, cost, and interest rates to provide the guardrails of the business. Conduct a worst-case scenario with a backup plan. Also develop the best-case scenario, as it can lead to your goal attainment. Remember, your financial journey will not be linear, and it often moves in waves depending on the economic cycles. Step 6 is an operational plan to back up your cash flow, which is often overlooked. That is, what's the level of production, operations, and human resources that are needed to generate the cash flow? How does the cash flow spread across the year? And is it seasonal or consistent through each month? Moving to step 7, what are the key financial metrics to determine your status? At our creamery, we use the coverage ratio, working capital to expenses, debt to asset ratio, and net income margin. Monitoring these monthly, quarterly, and annually, and year over year provides a context for objective trend analysis. For step 8, any good plan contains a marketing plan. What actions do you have in place to take advantage of opportunities and also mitigate downside risk? This written plan can be very useful for both commodity and value-added businesses. Step 9 requires a risk management plan with insurance, compliance, and standard operating procedures. This is often disregarded. This part of the process needs to be updated at least annually with critical review by all stakeholders. The final step, or step 10, in the planning process is the engagement of a formal or informal advisory team. This could include a lender, crop, or livestock consultant, and some peers. An advisory team will stimulate your thinking and provide outside perspective similar to assistant coaches in the skybox in football. Of course, my planning playbook is not all-inclusive and can vary depending upon the business or circumstance. Save this list and utilize this format during your planning later this fall and winter. The key will be to develop a plan in writing and have a strategy to execute and monitor the plan in place to put the odds in your favor.